Hiya.
So you have delivered the course Enhanced Performance and Strategic Management, and there was an insightful exercise during your session to determine participant preferred leadership style and how to use other styles to get the best out of our team. But can you summarize that exercise again for for us, and then tell us what those 4 leadership styles are?
Certainly, the exercise was a questionnaire style exercise for people to get their own insights into how they normally deal with people. And the 4 leadership styles that came out of their questionnaire is the controller, which tells people what to do, the coach that encourages people, the consultant that problem solves with people, and the facilitator that basically knocks down the barriers to high performance. Mm-hmm. And it's the start of a really good conversation about how we deal with people and the problems that they bring us during our working day.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody find out, for example, that they have a controlling style, their preferred style much more controlling, how can they be able to use the other styles to get the best out of their teams?
The exercise basically reminds us that there are 2 dimensions to dealing with people, and that is the person in front of us and the situation. If the situation calls for a quick decision, then you would use the controller style. However, not every situation requires us to use just that style. And so it's about people's development, and moving through the styles develops people more so that they can engage more with the work and become more productive.
Mm-hmm. So ultimately, a leader needs a team to achieve their goals. So what makes a high-performing team?
A high-performing team is characterised by highly competent and highly committed individuals. And behind all of that is a compelling goal that everybody is aligned to and is striving towards.
Mm-hmm. And how can people develop actually a highly performing team in their organization if they don't have one yet?
One of the ways in which we can develop teams, first of all, is to have that common goal. And a lot of delegates that arrive on our workshops haven't really thought about the purpose of their team rather than the purpose of the organisation. This is about why my team exists, what are we here for, and what makes us different to everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so I get people to think about their team and their purpose. And when you can do that, then people can be aligned towards it.
Mm-hmm. So, and what's your practical experience? So what did you bring in this course, your background?
Yeah, well, my background is I have over 20 years of managerial experience from very small teams to 50 plus teams across a wide range of market sectors. I've been in the learning and development field for over 13 years, running workshops as a leadership development specialist in workshops across the world, in many markets and across many cultures, that enables me to be very flexible and to deliver to people's specific needs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what are some of the key challenges that you have encountered when organizations are looking to develop a high performance culture?
Well, you'd think that a high performance culture would be something that everybody could get behind, but unfortunately that's not the case. The major challenges for organisations is to manage that change so that people feel empowered by the process rather than being just a victim of the process itself.
Mm-hmm. And then how do you get about doing that, developing those, this process and managing this process of change, really?
Well, it's very complex. However, a good start would be to develop a meaningful vision and mission that everybody agrees to, and that's not easy. The other thing is a sense of urgency. We don't get change unless we develop a sense of urgency behind it so that people are energized behind the change rather than, just letting it drift. And I think the third thing is to have advocates for the change that are driving the change throughout different levels of the organisation to instill the changes and remind people of the new realities, if you like, as they go through their day-to-day work.
Okay, cool. So some organization inherently attract high-performing people. What's the ingredient that those organizations, have that make people come to them? So we know some of the biggest organization. So what actually makes them attractive, and what drive those people to come to this organization?
Yeah, I think it comes back to purpose. I think it comes back to, why do we do what we do and why it makes a difference. I think people respond to a higher purpose rather than just, maximising shareholder value is not a very high purpose, in my opinion. However, if we're going to change people's lives, then I feel that that's a really good purpose that people can get behind and turn up for work every day.
So in public sector, for example, how people can have that sense of urgency, because of course there's no stakeholders per se, they don't have the same pressure perhaps in private sector. How people can be also high performing in public sector, for example?
I think it's more difficult because you don't have that bottom line measurement. However, we know with certain models such as balanced scorecard, where we can measure inputs as well as outputs. And I think if organisations, particularly in the public sector, really started to measure their inputs, I think managers and leaders would feel more comfortable with performing at the highest level because they would get recognition through their performance and their stats.
Okay. So what are the key steps that organisation can take to ensure that they have a highly performing, culture or team?
Well, a high performance culture really starts with that compelling vision, building a guiding team to drive the vision home and remind people of it. I think those are the two major ingredients, definitely.
Okay, so what are the practical benefits that the delegates who come at GTC get out of this course and perhaps the enhanced performance course that you delivered last time?
The delegates tell me that they want new things. They want the latest thinking in leadership and management, and we deliver that for them. And we also give them practical advice in specific situations that they can use the very next day back at work. And so we're very keen on developing action plans and writing those down so that when they go back, they've got their action plans, they know what to do, and are confident in at least starting to roll out their actions, because they're going to be busy when they get back, we know. However, they've got their action plan there to kick into place whenever they're ready.
So what do you like about delivering courses at GTC?
I love working at GTC because it's a world-class environment, and I've got colleagues who are also at the top of their profession doing really great work, and we all turn up and we're all wanting to do the same thing, which is deliver excellence in learning, excellence in workshops and leadership, and the myriad of different courses that you run in marketing and other stuff that I know nothing about, but I do know that everybody comes out absolutely energized. That's from the facilitators right through to the organisers, as well as the participants themselves. Above all, of course, I get a real family feeling about GTC, that we're all part of the same family, delivering exactly the same thing, which is excellence.
Thank you very much, Mervin.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. GTC has trained and mentored thousands of managers and executives in the public and private sectors to develop the skills they need to achieve their highest potential. And we can help you too. For more information about our accredited courses, visit our website, thegtcgroup.com. You can also follow on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube.